What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, what the world is listening to. I'm your host, Steve Hotcommodity. Okay, we are covering Rock Bottom in Your House. It was a huge night with a lot of WWE action filled. But like we do with every pay-per-view, I cover the top movies and music from December of 1998, obviously December 98, because we're covering Rock Bottom. So let's dive right into that with the top 10 movies of December 1998. Coming in with number 10, Jack Frost. Number 9, The Waterboy. Number 8, Stepmom. 7 is the Rugrats movie. 6, Patch Adams. 5, Enemy of the State. 4, Star Trek Insurrection. 3, The Prince of Egypt. 2, You Got Mail. And the number one movie of December 1998, Walt Disney's A Bug's Life. Interesting stuff there. And let's dive into our top 10 songs of December 1998. Coming at number 10, Have You Ever by Brandy. Number 9, Baby One More Time, Britney Spears. 8, Lullaby. 7, Love Like This by Faith Evans. 6 is Because of You by 98 Degrees. 5, From This Moment On. 4, Doo-Wop That Thing. 3, Lately. 2, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. And coming at the number one song of December 1998, I'm Your Angel, Celine Dion featuring R. Kelly. Great songs here. And now let's talk about this pay-per-view, Rock Bottom in Your House 1998, coming to you live from Vancouver, British Columbia. We start tonight with the WWE Champion The Rock at Planet Hollywood in Vancouver. The Rock says all shows will be about The Rock. Each pay-per-view has The Rock stamp of finest action. Enjoy The Rock's pay-per-view tonight. And we start out the night with Val Venis and the Godfathers with the host. They're going to be taking on D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry with Terry Reynolds and Jacqueline by their side. Interesting to see Terry and Jacqueline joining forces with Henry and D'Lo Brown. The hoes argue with Jackie and Terry outside. Jacqueline pulls down Venus's pants and nails a low blow. And then Henry nails a body splash to Val Venis. And Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown get the win with help from Jacqueline and Terry Reynolds here. Next, Doc Hendricks interviews Triple H in China backstage on the Superstar line. Triple H says Shawn Michaels thinks he one-upped us, but the New Age Outlaws can get it done tonight. During Sunday Night Heat, we see that Mankind attack The Rock in the skybox, and we see Mankind in the ring saying The Rock can't compete, then the title is mine. Rock is at Vince's shame. Vince says, I'm going to take care of things tonight. Next, we have the Headbangers taking on the Oddies with Luna Vachon and the Giant Silva. A lot of back and forth action here. The end comes when Thrasher hits a crossbody on Golga. Mosh trips Golga and holds his legs so Thrasher can get the pin. Not a lot here, though, just the basic tag action here, and the Headbangers getting the victory. We got a WWF.com interview with Tom Pritchard. We see Stone Cold Steve Austin looking at the grave site. Vince is with the Stooges, worried about The Rock. Next up, we have Steve Blackman taking on Owen Hart in a great match. This is a decent match between these two. The end comes when Steve and Owen fight outside the ring. Owen gets counted out. Steve Blackman gets the win by count out. We find out that the Royal Rumble from 1999 will be taking place on January 24th. The winner will go on to WrestleMania 15 to take on the WWE Champion. Vince McMahon is backstage and he finds Mankind, and Mankind is in a room. Mankind says, "You have something that I want, Dad." We then have a six-man tag match, the Brood taking on the Job Squad. The Brood get the win here after Christian hits Scorpio with an unprettier. Decent action here between these teams. Next up, we have the Striptease Match, Jeff Jarrett with Deborah versus Goldust. If Goldust wins, Deborah has to strip. If Jeff Jarrett wins, Goldust has to strip. So we get a lot of action here. Deborah hits Goldust with a guitar shot. Jarrett hits the stroke, and Jeff Jarrett gets the win. After the match, Shawn Michaels comes out and tells Deborah, if you bring a foreign object into the ring, that results in a DQ. So the winner is Goldust. I read a clause saying if Goldust win, you would have to take off your clothes. As much as it pains me to say it, it is time to stop your grinning and drop your linen. Deborah then takes off her shirt. Shawn Michaels has money and puts it in between her boobs. Deborah then takes off her skirt. She goes to take off her bra, but the blue blazer runs out, which Jeff Jarrett cover up. Shawn Michaels holds on to Deborah's bra. So it's some very explicit stuff here happening. Vince leaves Mankind's office smiling. We have the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. The champions, the New Age Outlaws, taking on the Intercontinental Champion, Ken Shamrock, and the Hardcore Champion, the Big Boss Man, with Shawn Michaels in their corner. This is a decent tag match. The Big Boss Man hits the Outlaws with a nightstick, and Ken pins Billy Gunn and gets a 2 count. Billy Gunn goes for a suplex. Shawn Michaels pulled Billy Gunn's leg, but Billy Gunn rolls up Ken Shamrock and gets a 3 count, and the Outlaws retain the titles. Shawn Michaels is pissed off in the ring that the Outlaws were able to get advantage over him. We get a free Attitude bandana for paying for Rock Bottom if you ordered it. And now we have our main event. Well, one of our main events, the WWE Champion The Rock with Vince and Shane McMahon taking on Mankind. Mankind has paperwork. Mankind says, I want to settle this like the men that we are. I will sign the clause that The Rock can't compete, then the title is mine. I would like redemption. Let's go to the Survivor Series. To lose the match, I had to be pinned or quit. And you know Mankind would not quit. You need to admit that you did not hear the words I quit. If Rock doesn't have any guts or testicular fortitude, that's fine. I suggest you start talking to me on your knees. Vince claims his leg hurts, but then The Rock attacks Mankind, and then Vince says next time he does anything at all, DQ him for any reason. So they're trying to maneuver one over Mankind. A lot of back and forth. This is a great match between the two. The Rock holds Mankind, and Mankind goes to hit Mankind with the title, but he accidentally hits The Rock with the belt. Mankind hits a double arm DDT. Mankind applies Sacco to The Rock, and The Rock passes out, and we have a new WWE champion in Mankind. After the match, Vince gets on the apron. Vince says Mankind wins the match, but the only way to become a WWE champion is by pinfall or submission. Since The Rock didn't quit, The Rock is still champion. Mankind puts Vince and Mr. Sacco. Shane hits Mankind with chair shots. Shane gets Sacco put on him, and Vince gets a running knee in the corner. Big Boss Man and Shamrock attack Mankind as The Rock attacks as well, with the corporation standing tall. So Vince outsmarting Mankind. He is not the champion. It is Mankind. Now we have our main event. We have our main event, the Buried Alive match. The winner will become the #1 contender for the WWE title. Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on taking on the Undertaker with Paul Bearer. This is a decent match. A lot of action happens. We see fire coming out of the grave site, and Kane comes out of the grave and fights with the Undertaker. Undertaker low blows Kane and gets distracted. Kane hits Undertaker a tombstone, and then Austin drives a Bago truck into the arena while Undertaker is in the grave, and he pours dirt on Taker. After Austin drinks beer with the referee and drinks over the gravesite, Undertaker has gotten buried alive by Stone Cold Steve Austin here at Rock Bottom in our house. Now, this is our last pay-per-view 98. Our next stop will be in 1999 with Royal Rumble. I'm excited for that. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay notified when new content is created. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. Stay safe and stay uncensored.